You know, I get really happy when stupid, entertaining movies like this come out every few years because, I mean, we're probably going to be at nuclear war pretty soon, and I had a long day at work and some customers were mean to me, so I just need to go to my local multiplex, sit down, and watch some stupidity. So I'm glad I got that out of this movie. I'm John Hayeck, and welcome to my movie thoughts. Kidnap. So, Kidnap is the newest Halle Berry abduction movie where somebody that she knows, a kid, in this case her kid, gets abducted. She has to take the law into her own hands, go out and track down who did it. I am not kidding you when I tell you that basically this exact same movie came out in 2013 and it was called The Call. Back in 2013, and Halle Berry played a 911 operator. She was on the phone with the kid that got taken. She had to take the law into her own hands, go out and find the kid, and stop the kidnapper. In this movie, she's a mom. Her kid gets abducted. She has to take the law into her own hands. She has to go out and find the kidnapper. It's pretty much the same movie over again, but this one does have a little bit more cheese to it, a little bit more entertaining moments. So this is what I'll say about Kidnap. The movie isn't great. It's not what I would call a good movie, but it is an entertaining, stupid throwaway type of movie. So the first thing I'll say is that Halle Berry, she commits to these movies again, even though she's playing the same role that she played back in 2013's The Call, which again had her face on the poster front and center, and this one again has her face on the poster front and center. It's the same thing again. It's her, she's kind of emotional, and she's kind of doing her best, and she's trying to be, super, action-y, and she's like, this is my Taken, even though it's really not as good as Taken. So she's committing to it, and I give her props for that. The thing that works about the movie is that the writing isn't half bad. I thought the writing in this thing was going to be abysmal, but it actually does make you feel like enough twists and turns kind of happen where you're like, I kind of saw where that was going, but it also makes you feel like I'm kind of along for the adventure where oh, we're in a car, we're kind of going around doing this and everything like that. Some of the action in the movie is competently shot, so I do give props to Halle Berry and some of the writing and a few of the action set pieces in the movie for kind of getting you along for the ride and for giving you that kind of cheesy 90s enjoyment of a movie. The thing that makes the movie not on the level of something like Taken or another great abduction movie of our time is the production quality. Again, besides some competently directed action sequences and besides some writing, the editing for this thing, the entire post-production process was horrible. The editing, I kid you not, there were a few scenes in the movie where Halle Berry's driving, she's on her way to rescue her kid, and then it would just fade to black for half a second and then fade back in, and she's wiping the sweat off her brow. It would fade to black again and then fade back in, and she's eating a sandwich, something like that, fade to black, fade back in. I'm like, what's going on here? This is crazy. This is a direct-to-video style of editing. This is absolutely not what you see in a movie nowadays. It looks so unprofessional. It looked literally like it was made on iMovie. Yes, I edit on iMovie, but I'm 18 and I'm doing movie reviews for fun. This isn't a movie I would release in theaters professionally. When you have something as stupid as that on screen, I'm like, who edited this and how did they get hired? I was just a little, I don't know, I felt kind of awkward watching that. The other thing is that the production quality shines through in the location scouting, because she goes on the same on-ramp 2 or 3 times in this movie. I think it's more than that. It's probably more 5 or 6 times. At the very beginning, when her kid gets kidnapped, she's following the car, and she gets on this on-ramp, and you're like, okay, cool. But then later on in the movie, she's driving down the scenic road, and half a second later, she's getting on the same on-ramp from earlier in the movie. You're like, who let this happen? Again, who edited this movie? It's crazy. The same thing with the editing. The stock footage used in this movie. So there's a scene where a bunch of police officers, police cars roll up to a house, and it looks grainy, and it looks like it's not something that was shot for the movie. It looks like it was taken from Channel 5 News or something like that, just as stock footage that was just placed in the movie. I heard the production company went bankrupt or something during the making of this movie, so I am not surprised the editing is so poor and that the post-production is so bad, but that's still no excuse, because it makes for noticeable things that take you out of the experience that you were kind of enjoying beforehand. So here's what I'll say, guys. I was almost going to say The Call. Kidnap has an okay lead performance, some okay action sequences, some writing that does take you along for the ride, but some post-production editing choices that really just jar you and make you feel kind of weird that you're watching this whole thing. If you enjoyed The Call back in 2013, you'll probably like Kidnap. I thought The Call was kind of like a throwaway thing that I enjoyed when I was watching it, but I forgot about immediately after. I would do the same with Kidnap. As I was waiting for my food from the Uno next door to the theater, I was literally thinking, alright, I have to go home and I have to do a review, and then I'll eat, and then I was thinking, I'm like, what movie am I reviewing again? What did I just see? Oh yeah, it was Kidnap. And it's one of those things, I'll probably forget about it, but again, for the time I was watching it, it was kind of enjoyable. That doesn't mean you have to go and spend your money on it though, which is why I am going to give Kidnap a C. And let me know what you guys think of Kidnap if you go out and check it out in the comment section down below. You guys can also go over to mymoviethoughts.com or subscribe to this YouTube channel or follow me on Twitter. I'm at John Hayeck. Links to all 3 of those are in the description down below. You guys can also like this video, comment on it, share it with some friends. I am John Hayeck. As always, thank you guys so much for watching.